Welcome back to Insight. Hi, I'm Hammer, and Megan is here from Aging and In-Home Services, and we are here to talk about what the older adult looks like in America and why this is Older Americans Month.
Yes, so like we said before, we're celebrating Older Americans Month, and this month, this year's theme is Age My Way. So it's kind of focusing on how individuals, especially older adults, really want to make their decisions and how they age. We talked about aging at home a little bit. And so, yeah, so America's older adult population is growing. We've hit on that before, but I don't think that people quite understand how fast or how rapidly it's growing. We have currently, in 2015, there were 47.8 million people who were over the age of 65. That's expected to double by 2060, and that's mainly due to that baby boomer generation. So those born between 1946 and 1964, they are turning 65 every day. There's 10,000 of them turning 65 from now until 2030.
Wow. The line for their first value meal or whatever it is must be huge.
There's a lot of individuals aging, and there's a lot of need for service, and we're kind of dealing with that first population, that first generation that might not have children themselves. They might have estranged children. They might come from a divorced or different family that they're no longer together, and so they don't have those natural caregivers like children's or a spouse, and so that's gonna make things a little bit more difficult because not having that family caregiver and how it's been done in the past, 20% of these people who are baby boomers are going to seek care elsewhere. And so we talked a little bit in the first segment about how when Older Americans Month and the Older Americans Act was first created back in the 1960s, that was based on the population then. The population now,
surprise,
surprise, is different, and unfortunately funding has remained stagnant. So while there's more people needing care, there's also people that are living longer. The life expectancy in the 1960s was not 80, 85 years old. That is what it is now. And so you have to think about retirement. People want to retire, don't they? I feel like that's...
Oh, they do. And I don't think Social Security is going to be enough to give you the retirement you think you can get.
Unfortunately, that's not going to be the case for everyone. And so people are working longer because they have to. They have to be able to afford things like care and food, and nursing homes are expensive. And so if that's where you have to go, you have to find out how to pay for that service as well. And so what we do is we really advocate for not only funding, but also community resources to keep people in their own homes. I think that nobody really wakes up in the morning and says, I want to go to the nursing home today. That's not really someone's goal. I think that a lot of us wake up and say, I want to stay here for as long as I can. Yeah. And with the services that we have, we've been able to make shift and work with other community-based organizations and advocate and push for funding for our older adults so that we can keep people at home.
I know that was a goal of ours with my mother as she was growing older. She wanted to be at home, and we wanted her to be there. And it meant family moving in with her. It meant a lot of changes for everybody involved. But it kept her in her home where she deserved to be, while she could still receive the care that would keep her there.
Absolutely. I think that people don't quite understand that becoming an older adult and aging in your own home can be something that's most comfortable. With COVID, we unfortunately saw a lot of social isolation in older adults, and we saw that turmoil that it had on mental health, which then goes to physical health. And so we know that when people are comfortable and they feel loved, supported, and cared for, typically in their own environment, they have better outcomes with their mental and physical health. So that's what we focus on.
It is Older Americans Month all this month, and you're going to be back with us again. We're going to find out ways that we can stay healthy, stay in our homes, and live a little better, right?
Yeah.
Megan, thank you so very much. And if you want to keep up to date with all that is happening with Aging and In-Home Services, well, you can join. You help me with this. What is the?
You can text you can text join AIHS to 22828 to join the monthly newsletter.
What would I do without you? Thank you very much.